Howdy doody everybody, we're back with Neverwinter Nights 2. It has been where the hell am I going? Oh, I'm going up here. It has been a while since I recorded because my headset, microphone, all in one thing, the headset broke. Is this the place? Nope, it's right over here. Anyway, headphones broke, microphone didn't, so I couldn't hear any audio coming through it, and yet the microphone was working just fine, so my brother lent me his, which he wasn't using. Headset is fabulous to hear through. To speak with sucks crap. Oh my god. Worst echo ever, will I tell you. So I am currently using both on my head. Yes. Big clunking speakers on my ears, smaller speakers on top of that. To use the microphone, it's the wackiest thing. It's the most wacky doodle thing ever. But it's working. And that's that.
Well now, what can I do for you? Bit of venom for the belly, perhaps? Or maybe a tankard or two to shave the edge off your day.
Okay, is this the Sunken Flagon?
It is indeed. Finest establishment in the docks for a fine tankard of ale and some good conversation.
I'm looking for my Uncle Duncan.
Uncle Duncan? That sounds a bit familiar. If you're here to collect on some debt, I'll tell you that Duncan's a drunk fool without 2 coppers to his name.
Okay, well, which route do I want to go? We'll just go with the second one. No, you know what? I want to go the first one. Sounds more fun. Where in the nine house is he? I do not have time to waste.
Hey, maybe you need to calm down, friend. Coming in here barking like an old dog isn't gonna make any doors open for you.
Yeah, but it's fun. West Harbor was attacked. People are dead. Bodies everywhere, and he sent me here in a mission.
Digging, eh?
Bodies
The time's
everywhere.
come, has it?
Only 3 people died,
Troubles
but
chasing
bodies
on
are
your heels,
everywhere.
And you barely know why. Suppose Diggin told you less than half of what you need to know, then sent you packing. Don't take it hard. Done it to me twice in my life. All for good reason. I can probably guess why you're here, but why don't you go ahead and tell me anyway?
Okie dokie. Well, he told me to seek you out, that you might know something of silver shards recovered from a battle at West
Did
Harbor.
he? Nothing more than I did years ago. Plain silver near as we could tell. You and those shards were all that were left of that West Harbor battle.
Duncan, I thought you said that shard was magic, didn't you?
Trace of an enchantment on it is what that eel sand said. But nothing of importance. Probably residue from demon's fire, or maybe wizard magic.
Demon's fire? Sounds important to me.
And that, Sal, is why you are cleaning tables and I own this place. Those shards were magic, yes, a trace. But again, it was sand. And he's a fool. Anyway, barely worth mentioning. More sentimental value than anything else. That really why you came all this way? To hear about your mother?
My mother? What the hell does she have to do with anything with this?
Yeah, your mother, Esmeril. Since you were asking about the shards. What, Dagon's still keeping that inside? It's a wonder he doesn't crack down the middle. But you know, I have no call to say that. I think that's why he buried that first shard. And gave the other one to me.
How are the shards and my mother
I
related?
think you might have been better off being raised by wolves if Dagon didn't share that. There's a lot I'm sure he never told you. But listen, it's his place to tell you, not mine. He'll tell you when he's ready, I think. But it's best you hear it from him. Let's stick to the shards for now.
Okay, well, who is this sand?
A hedge wizard. Somehow set up shop on the docks. But it's telling enough he can only run a business down here in the crack of Neverwinter. Got a dry wit, and he'll always rub you the wrong way. So his name's well chosen. Still, I suppose I trust him enough. And having a wizard close by certainly tends to keep fools from causing too much trouble. Well, me and Dagon took the shard to him back when he lived in the merchant quarter, before his run of bad luck. But he couldn't get much from it. Just faint traces.
Well, it's got power now. Maybe you can get another read from it.
Here. I've always kept it close for some reason. Didn't want to leave it out of my sight. Seemed unremarkable. But I find that sometimes time will tell. Had Sand examine it a long time ago, but he turned up nothing.
Maybe with the 2 he'll get a better reading.
Well, it's worth a shot. But don't pay him any coin in advance, that's all I'll say. fact that Viper would be best off.
Ah, it seems I've arrived just in time to deflect the usual barrage of slander from the local innkeeper.
Sand.
Yes, it is good to see you're still sober enough to recognize me, Duncan. Past the stale beer, vinegar, faint sweat, failed aspirations, unwashed tunic. I thought perhaps you had already had one tankard too many for the day, but... Why, your guest here has the smell of a harbourman about them. Faint, but there. I thought Duncan was keeping company too good for him. Now I see I was right. Duncan, you could learn a few things from your guest.
Still passing off those 2 copper fairweather charms to the locals, Sand?
You have no appreciation for my talents, and after all I've done for you. To think you could survive a fortnight without my ale purgative. Why, you would be buried in the tombs with the rest of the Neverwinter traitors. A betrayer of barkeepers everywhere. But enough about you and your adventurous exploits on the tavern floor. I heard my name mentioned, and oddly enough, almost in a tone that suggested I could help.
This here's Kin,
I'm not really seeing the family resemblance.
and we need your help concerning
neither.
the shard. Both of them.
Shard? That chunk of silver you
not
showed me
blood
so long
family anyway.
ago. I do hope you're not going to try to pawn it to me again. I am no longer interested. Besides, as I recall, you said the piece of junk had sentimental value, which upon viewing your establishment is perfectly understandable. Besides, didn't your uncle or cousin or brother or whatever make off with the other shard? I thought
Hence
you
why
only
I'm
had
here.
one now.
It found its way back, so to speak. We need you to look at both of them again. Properly this time.
Oh, very well. Give them here and let me see what my keen arcane senses can determine. Well, it seems to have some resentment to being scryed. That is quite different than last time. Are you sure these are the same shards? The power in them? Why, it's definitely stronger than last time. Much stronger.
Oh, so now they're magical. I'm not paying you for 2 failed divinations, you charlatan.
It's not a matter of divination, you one-tankard drunk. There is something about these shards. Without knowing their history, even my considerable talents cannot unlock their mysteries.
Okay, well, let's just stop arguing and focus at the problem at hand.
You're right. Sorry I pointed out the fact you were a charlatan.
And I didn't mean to bring up your excessive drinking, Duncan, and your long list of failed aspirations. It was uncalled for, especially when the mystery of these shards is before us. Taking them to any other wizard in town would be useless until we learn more about their past. You need a sage, and you need them examined quickly, so...
So how could you not sense the magic in the shards before? I can tell just by holding them.
Because he's incompetent?
Duncan, the more I speak to your kin here, it's evident where the sense in the family went. Since you seem to have been given
Thank
all the
you.
brains of the family, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. But I do know the shards did not have the same strength the first time I examined them. There could be something about you that causes them to resonate, but I have no idea why that would be.
Well, there doesn't seem like there's much we can do now.
You could try and speak to Aldenon, but I don't think you'd have much
Oh
luck
my
reaching
God,
him. The
I
Black Lake
forgot
District
about
is
him.
closed down. Aldenon lives in the Black Lake District, you see, and now
Crazy
he's
old
trapped
bat.
there. The watch has it locked tight. No one going in or out, no messages in or out, even for the nobles that used to live there. Quite cryptic, really.
Why?
I heard about that. Lord Dalrin was killed, wasn't he? I've heard rumors, but no official word of what happened.
As have I. Not only are the Watch not talking about it, but they even called in the Cloak Tower mages to investigate, which means sorcery or demons were at work.
Demons? Closest I've ever come to demons is Dagon's tales about the battles down south near West Harbor, when there was that trouble with the King of Shadows.
The king of who now?
Some sorcerer, I believe, had a number of demons and shadows at his beck and call. Not many tales left about that period of Neverwinter history, oddly enough.
But you say this Aldenon might know more, Sand?
Well, if you're not a member of the Watch, or know a secret route into Black Lake, then you're out of luck. So it seems like you have no choice but to let me examine the shards at my leisure. I'll need to hold on to them, of course.
Of
Wait,
course.
watch or secret route. Not bad ideas. Either way, the coin
Secret
lands.
route
Hell,
sounds
there's Marshal
pretty
Cormac.
fun to me.
He's currently at the city watch post, and I know he's in bad need of an extra sword arm down at the docks.
There's that too. Cormac from Fort Lock.
Yes, I heard he got back to Neverwinter recently. Surprised he even made it with the troubles I've heard around Fort Lock.
Yeah.
I know the half of it.
Cormac's a harborman too. And folks of the harbor are
Yeah.
as close to kin as you can get out of the mare. He
Wonder
might be
where
able
met
to
him.
take you into the watch. And from there, speaking to Aldenon shouldn't be too hard.
There is that. Is there any other way,
If you want to
perhaps?
find another route into the Black Lake district, that means dealing with other folks that try to control the docks. Moya and her gang.
Oh, there's an idea, Duncan. They probably were behind the Watch closing the Black Lake district in the first place.
Not my first choice, but if I had to speak with her, how would I do
Well,
it?
she's got thugs all over the docks. But finding one who can get you to her?
There's Caleb. He used to try to get me to pay him gold for protection before I told him about the wards I'd inscribed on the building that caged the Guardian Elementals. Long story, but quick resolution.
Caleb, maybe. But I don't trust that harbor rat to give you a fair deal. And the price will be steep, in bodies or coin. He doesn't like being the only one with blood on his hands.
Doesn't sound like someone we should put our faith in.
Obviously, you've never dealt with the Watch in Neverwinter, Kelgar. Dealing with Caleb is probably our best chance.
Still, the chances are
And there's
simply
your only
talking
two
to Caleb
options.
will make you want to kill him, so it seems a clear win to me. If you do speak to him, though, be sure to do it downwind.
So joining the Watch, upholding the law, or descending into crime.
That's pretty much how it stands. You can find Cormac in the watch post near the Dolphin Bridge that leads to the Merchant Quarter. He needs help, so it shouldn't be much of a tough sell to join up.
Caleb should be lounging around the corner east along the main road. Just follow the smell. If you want to join with him, he'll probably ask you to hurt or kill someone, so be warned.
I'll mark both on your map. Help you get your bearings.
Well, you can certainly find your way into trouble from here. Me, I will head back to my lonely merchant existence. Should you need my expertise, simply ask. But just in case, bring a great deal
Of
of gold
course.
as well.
So that's your options. Two
Well, there you have it. Talk to Caleb or Cormac.
Two options
Cormac
at
is at the
both
watch
ends
post near the
expected.
Dolphin Bridge. Caleb should be lounging down the street east along the main road. The docks don't see too much of the arcane. I guarantee your talents can make an impact, for or against the watch.
It's true.
But while you're here, feel free to make yourself at home. Also, any friend
much
of
of
yours
a
is a friend of mine. Your companions are welcome to stay here as well, even if you're off on some other journey like the one that sent you here. They're all welcome to make themselves at home whenever they're not traveling with you. That way you'll know where to find them if you need their help later.
Oh, it's my
Sound
kitty
good?
Peaches crying in the background. So, what can you tell me about the mom?
Only as much as Dagon allows. He keeps his past close, despite how it keeps everyone else from him. I knew your mother, though. I know you lost her early. Terrible tragedy. During that attack on the village. But that's really Dagon's place to say, not mine.
Which means I'll never learn a thing. That's all. So, yeah, there's that. And in this game, you're going to want to talk to everyone often. Like every other RPG game, this is the first one I've played in my lifetime that really like required it. Because when you don't, they get pissy. And do I
What's
mean
going on?
pissy? They get very pissy. So we'll just ask them a little bit at a time.
It's not demonic, but it does have a certain plainer tone to it. It's hard to explain. It's an odd dialect. But those Githyanki chasing you definitely aren't from this stretch of the woods. Maybe we could catch one and ask them.
Catch them. Anything you know about them?
The Githyanki are probably one of the worst groups of zealots you could ever have chasing you. The lower planes excluded.
Of
Githyanki are
course.
smart, even for religious halfwits. So I hope they haven't targeted you for some holy crusade, because then you'd be deep in the sticks, let me tell you. The thing is, they usually aren't this persistent. They have a set goal, they hit it, and then they're out of there. Plus,
I am the
they
set
don't
goal.
usually stay on one plane for too long. The astral plane is their home.
Oh, excuse me, there's a cat butt in my face. Any idea
Your
why
coin's
they're
as good as
here?
mine. Could be anything, but whatever it is, it must be pretty important to them.
Like the string on my necklace, kitty? Okay, yeah, we spoke enough. Speak to him a little bit by a little bit. Ask him a question here or there. Keep him happy.
What is it you want, lass? They were in the mood
That one.
to threaten, but not fully in the mood to start a fight. I think they were expecting me to drop the coin and leave quickly, which just goes to show you they don't know me too well. It's a shame they didn't keep it a friendly fight. Some
Yeah.
people have no stomach for using their fists when they have a weapon at hand. Eager to fight? Well, I suppose
Yeah,
I
why
am,
are you so eager
if
to
you call it that. I mean, it's all in good fun. Some take pride in craftsmanship, or in hunting, or in haggling for the best price on a blade or other piece of steel. Me, talking with my fists is my art form. Every tavern's an opportunity, I say. There's usually someone who could take a few punches to the gut and crying before they start weeping like a child.
But why do
I
you
don't
do
know.
it?
I enjoy it, I guess. It's a mark of pride to be able to stand tall and take every punch, then give it right back until I'm the only one standing.
Is that usually how it turns out?
Most of the time. Only beaten really bad once. But I learned from it, and I'm determined not to let it happen again. Thing is, I'm glad it happened. It was my destiny.
Destiny to get beaten up.
Well, you see, I used to win.
Influence.
Almost
Yeah.
undefeated.
You have to have
There
nice
was
influence.
This time in a tavern
Good
far
influence.
from here.
Get 'em
I
to talk.
chose a fight that ended up choosing me. It was fate, I tell you.
Found fate in tavern brawl. Hmm?
Well, it wasn't much of a fight. You see, there were these skinny-robed humans, barely twigs, that were sitting at the bar when one of our competitions broke out.
Competition.
There were chairs getting smashed, people screaming, tankards being used as clubs. Ah, glorious.
Glorious.
Well,
So what's the
everyone was
problem?
having a good time when I noticed those skinny humans were just sitting there, not even having the decency to pay attention, just nursing Waters. Waters! So I asked them, well, shouted really, what in the hell they thought they were doing, ignoring the fine entertainment and then insulting the establishment by not having ale?
So you only shouted at him?
Maybe I shoved one of them a bit, or tried to break a chair over their skulls, since they were making a point of pretending they didn't hear me. Rude, I tell you.
Totally rude. Then what happened?
They used me as a bar rag first, and not a single punch I threw even hit them. Oh, they were moving too fast, and plus, I think I was seeing double or triple. Ugh, after they smashed my face into the bar a few times, they showed me the floor up close. The floor was pretty dirty by that point, by the way. Then, as the final blow, they sent me flying like a drunk hippogriff out the window. Magical it was. So, after I woke up and wiped the blood out of my eyes, and finally found all my teeth, I went back in and thanked them. Best beating I've ever received. They seemed a little taken aback by my friendliness, and it turns out they were part of some order, son something or other, and get this, they devoted their lives to fighting with their fists. Can you imagine? Lifetime devotion to brawling. It's their lives, their craft.
So they were monks?
They're monks, eh? Crazy water-drinking fools. Hope drinking water isn't what makes them fight like that. Anyway, that life sounded like destiny to me. I mean, those skinny excuses for humans were good, and then they spent their whole lives kicking the hell out of others, training for it. That's when I knew that.
Don't really think that's the point of being a monk, is training to beat the shit out of people. Yeah, I don't think kicking the hells out of others is the point of monks.
Of course it is. Well, as far as I could tell once my head stopped ringing.
I think it's more of, state of mind
You
and
mean
body.
like headbutting someone? I already know
No,
how
not
to
at all.
do that. Though sometimes I need to grab them by the beard or collar and yank their head down so I can hit it properly.
It's not really about
Oh,
violence
is that so?
at all.
Well, I must have missed that part while they were wiping down the tavern with my face and throwing me through a window.
You attacked them
Shows
first.
how much you know about it. You didn't see them in...
Yeah. Don't even bother trying to talk to him about
Our
it.
companion Kelgar mentioned West Harbor to me. I heard what happened there. To your friends, the other villagers. The attack by those creatures that forced you to leave.
Well, let's see here. We'll just go with that one.
Still,
It was difficult to
leave your
leave.
home. I sometimes forget the attachments one can put to a place. With my kind, especially those that listen to nature, there is no one place that we call home. Everywhere we go throughout the land is comforting, with its own sounds and life.
Sounds like you're not one to tie yourself
Perhaps,
down, huh?
perhaps not. The mare drew me more than any other place, so I did not travel much beyond its edges. We deal with few outside of our own circle. I have not seen my own kind in many years, and I spoke with the circle only rarely. But surely we were not here to discuss how I feel about things. Was there something you needed?
Yeah, that was it. Just talking with him first before I get the hell out of here. Oh, there goes my mouse. There we go. And you want to make sure you had people in your party before you leave. Your party's on the left. So there's the options of becoming a part of City Watch, which I've done a couple of times. And then there's a, join the shady part, the gang and whatnot, which I'm going to do because it's much more fun. There's much more kind of to it at the end. Which would be, I believe it's up this way. And playing this game was a suggestion by a very close friend. So I'm gonna do, some options that I know she would find more interesting. So the watchman's so scared of me, he turns and walks away. You should have seen the look on that merchant's face when he realized he was getting any help. I tell you, Caleb, we own this place. The watchmen are either cowards or greedy cowards, willing to run at the drop of a coin. You looking for trouble? Maybe you better walk out of here before we break your legs. I'm looking for work. I was told you might have something for me. Well, I am feeling a bit lazy today. Yeah, sure. I got work for you. There's a shop owner named Hagen. He doesn't seem to understand that I run this side of the docks. It's being difficult. He was refusing to pay the money he owes me for this week. So you need me to persuade him, What I want you to do is to break his arms. He needs the lesson. He'll still be able to pay even with arms broken like twigs. So I do this and you'll help me out. Handle him for me and we'll talk more about how I can help you with your problem. His shop is right next to the docks, next to the small courtyard. Come back with the money when you're done. And don't try to steal from me. I've got connections. Cross me and I'll find you. Don't bother trying to scare me. I've handled tougher little shits than you. You're not off to a good start. Just take care of him for me and we'll figure out who's tougher later. So, wait a second. Where the hell? Did I mess up the whole party shit? Because, my party's not here. God damn it, I was wrong. Maybe I thought the party was on the left of the option. I guess it was on the right. God dingus. Okay, so yeah, that never happened. Oh, and hey, look, I moved the point towards evil. Okay, let's go. Man, playing this game after playing spending a week on where the hell am I going? Oh, right here. After spending a week playing Dragon's Age. Big difference, let me tell you. And I can only run Dragon's Age on medium to low kind of graphics. Except for the mesh graphic. You need to have that on high. Well, Matt, is there something I can help you with? I'm here to speak with Hagen. That would be my father. Might I ask why you wish to speak with him? I may be able to help instead. I just need to speak with him. He's late on a payment. Caleb sent you, didn't he? I should have guessed it. Your kind can't appreciate fine craftsmanship. My kind isn't thugs or tieflings. My father has already given his answer. We will no longer be paying for protection. I'd rather not. I'm not here to cause trouble, and I'd rather just talk it out. No trouble at all. Just tell Caleb that the answer is still no. You'd best leave before I call the watch. Stop it. I'm here, and I'll tell you that Caleb will get no gold from me. Let's try and appraise, although I think my skill for appraising is like... Your goods are quite exquisite. I am impressed. Yes, every piece I have here is of the finest craftsmanship. I even count some nobility amongst my regular customers. Opening a storefront here on the docks has turned out to be a wise decision. I normally get first bids in on whatever's floated in each day. Well, I don't think my diplomacy was that good. I think I'm better at intimidate. You know, I can never remember things. It would be a shame for something to happen. He wouldn't dare! I have friends in the nobility. Accidents do happen, let me tell you. He was just trying to help you. And he can't help if you don't pay for his services. I'll tell the city watch. They'll arrest him. I'm sure you would try. Still, small cover if your whole living's been destroyed. I see your point. Very well, I'll pay for his protection. What? You can't give in to these bullies, father. You have to stand right up to them. Now you can argue once I'm gone. Just give me the money. Yes, here's the payment. Now please, just leave me. I must have words with... Was it Risa? Ressa? Whatever, don't care. Well, that worked out rather well. Not that I don't trust you and all, but I sent one of my boys down there to keep an eye on you when you spoke to Hagen. You did well, and I liked the way you got him begging for mercy. He wasn't really begging, was he? I don't... an idiot. He'll think twice before he tries crossing us again. You had me followed? Hey, I need to know if I could trust you. Look, just forget about it. Here's your share of the money. Well, you continue? There she is. She's the one who stole my money. Oh, that little shit followed us. And it's so strange to hear that not directed at me. Give it time. Shouldn't be too long before they're blaming us too. So found your new lapdog to do your dirty works for you, huh? Looks like... God damn it, stupid mouse. Looks like I've got you this time. I even have a witness. Nice try. I wasn't there and you know it. It's not what Hagen says. He says you've been trying to get him to pay up for weeks now. Finally, he's sending your new friend here to get the gold. Hagen says whatever Hagen can say whatever he wants. I wasn't there. Are you sure you had the right person, Hagen? It would be a shame somewhere to have happened because you made a mistake. You won't... Damn it. Damn it. It failed. You won't get the chance. You threatened me for the last time. I'll pay whatever... Oh, wait, what? Oh, I want these people arrested. I'll pay whatever amount it takes to compensate you for the effort. Well, now I guess it can't hurt to bring everyone in for questioning. At least clear the air and all that. Man, arrest a lot of them. And arresting them, of course, means fighting. So, yeah, not without a fight. You won't this time. We remind the watch what happens when they cause trouble around here. Of course, this is, I guess, their idea of arresting. It won't take too long. Got the thugs to help out, wherever the hell they are, if they're still alive. Oh yeah, they're not even injured. Look at that. Oh, look, kitty. Hey, good work out there. Thanks for getting us out of that mess. I helped you. Now you help me get into Black Lake. Look, I need to lay low for a while, so I can't exactly help you with that. I don't want the rest or watch accusing me of any more. Wait. Damn it. I don't want to give the watch any more excuses to arrest me. Why I won't like it though. It means no money will be coming in. What does any of this have to do with me? I don't care about you. Look, Moya's not going to be happy with me for bringing this much attention to myself. Could you talk to her for me? Because I'm chicken shit, you know, kind of explain things to her. Could she get me into Black Lake? Maybe. She definitely has more connections. She can definitely do more for you than I can. Places north of here I can mark on your map. Really appreciate this. Dr. Moya, explain to her that this isn't my fault. And hey! If you get on a good side, she might even have work for you. That's great. I don't really care. Okay, well, that was incredibly easy. Let's pick up the remains. I'm going to end it right here, and I shall see you in the next part if I, continue going any further. Bye-bye.